this is the installation. It's got all the applications installed. I'm just going to generalize it. I'm going to create a source image that we can use to make linked clones from. And basically what a linked clone is it uses the original hard drive and everything, but then it only records the changes. So your clone machine will take up like hardly any space. So you can have 5 machines cloned off this same image. So what I'm doing is generalizing the image right now, and then it's going to shut down. Basically going to power it off right now. So now we have our image that's ready to go. And I'm going to create a linked clone of it just to show you the test. Current state of the machine. And we will do a linked clone. I'm just going to... Okay, so this is basically a linked clone, and you can see that it doesn't take up hardly any space. The source of this machine is located on the other hard drive right now. So I'm going to start it up. This is what you're going to see when you first boot up. Just click Start Windows normally. It's going to put in its initial out-of-the-box experience mode, and it's basically just going to create a new machine ID and everything. Windows hasn't been activated yet, but this is the trial version of the software, so when you activate it, it'll give you like 60 days to run the machine, but it's already got SQL Server and everything installed on it, so it's ready for class. So every time that you open up one of these link clones, it's going to put you into this setup mode. Gives this message, first time boot. It brings you to this menu. You just hit next, accept the agreement, finalizes the settings. Okay, so I created an extra user, and basically the password is just capital P, the @ symbol SSWOR, so it's like password. I'll type it out for you so you can see it. Password. For the database login, user is SA, password is, okay. So there's a caveat though, because analysis services, they all run under different usernames. So when you go to generalize the installation, you actually have to fix the what user its analysis servers run under. So I'm going to go to my configuration manager. I'm going to go to the browser, and I'm going to change it to underneath CIS415 user. Apply the changes. So I'm going to open up SQL Server Manager Studio. Disregard whatever it says in this box. If you go down to Browse for More, it has all your different servers running right there. So let's first connect to the database engine. And it doesn't work under that CIS user, so you need to change it to SQL Authentication. And once you're in here, you can go under Security under Logins, and you can add that user, that CIS user back name. What happens is it creates a new computer ID, which screws up the logins. So I'm just going to go add that person back in there underneath this machine account, and you can give the user permissions from there, like sysadmin, setup admin, server admin. So next time if you were to log into it, I'm going to say Windows Authentication, and it worked because I'm logged in underneath that user. Now for the analysis servers, you can do the same, browse for more. You look for the computer that you're on. When you go to connect here, since we added the browser underneath that user, it should work. Yeah, since the analysis service is actually running underneath that user, that's why it works. So that looks in good there. Go through integration server, browse for more. We're going to do this for every single one of them. So we're connected there. And that's, we got reporting service. Okay, for report services, I'm going to go into reporting configuration manager. Start up the server. Service account. So you have integration services, analysis services, and then the database server. And then I configured the AdventureWorks database to be attached when you log in, so that's fine. So you have to go through a couple steps in order to get logged into the SQL server, but it shouldn't be too bad. And that's it. From here, what I'm going to do is this works. Just showing you. I'm just going to power this off. I'm going to modify this machine, and I'm going to lower the RAM a little bit to like 1.4. And I'm going to remove the floppy drive. Don't need that. And I'm going to create, first we're going to do a full clone. Full clone. Now this clone, do not open it because it will kind of probably wreck the rest of the clones if it's open. So because we're going to use this clone to actually create the linked clones, so you can have multiple machines from the same clone. Okay, the machine's done doing a full clone now. So this is the full clone folder. And what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to create linked clones and populate all of these. I'm going to do 6 copies of it. So I'm going to do clone, current state of the machine. We're going to do a linked clone. And let's get that folder address. There's one. You can see the clone's very small. There's 2. Alright, so that's the 6th clone right there. So here's all the files. We have each file has its own folder, but these can be opened up inside of VMware Player. You just open up that file, the .vmx file, for each one of these, and they will all be individual machines. Each one of them will have to go through the installation process, and you'll have to reset up, fix the logins for SQL Server. But all the passwords are the same as the first machine that we went through, and they're all going to be in that out-of-box experience. Each one of them you should be able to activate, and it should give you a 60-day license to use, or actually I think it's 180 days license to use Windows. So you should be all set there, at least for this class. This is where all of the main source of the source machine data is stored. So it's like you can see that one file is 18 gigs. You don't want to do anything in this directory because anything in this directory will likely break all the machines. So just use these linked clones. It should be all set after that.